Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 31 of Passion Project, the speedrunning gaming variety show that encourages anyone and everyone in the speedrunning competitive gaming communities to showcase their passions in games. My name is Amber Cyprin. I will be your host tonight, and if you've got a passion project of your own, go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to submit it to the show, whether that's grinding speedruns and, learning and routing new categories, racing through randomizers and bingos, competing at a high level, or breathing new life into a game in unconventional ways. Passion Project is the best place on Twitch to show the world what you love most in speedrunning and gaming. So, before we get started with the showcase that we have planned for tonight, I do have a couple of announcements I just want to quickly run over. First and foremost, Games Done Quick will be holding a weekend marathon from October 11th, that starts tomorrow, through the 13th in support of those who have been affected by the recent hurricanes. So stay tuned starting at 6 p.m. Eastern this Friday to support direct relief. Use !DRDQ in Twitch chat to take a look at the schedule. Let us know in chat what you're excited to see, and I'm very excited about the schedule as well. It looks really stacked, so you don't want to miss that. And also, GDQ 2025 will be live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 5th through the 12th, because I do know folks want to know what's going on with that. Registration and hotel bookings are now open. Visit GamesDoneQuick.com and check the GDQ 2025 important dates section, and you'll be able to learn more there. So, we've got tonight... we're here on Passion Project, we're taking a turn for the spooky, as it's that time of year where we bring on the scary games. And that's right, we've got some incredible horror game speedrunners of classic games on older disc-based consoles, and joining me for Siren Any Percent tonight is Casual Speedrun and his commentator Juhorse, and later tonight we'll have Abby's Corner and Schmumbler running Silent Hill's Shattered Memories for the UFO ending. Casual and Juho, thank you both so much for being here tonight. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, Amber. Thanks for having us.
I'm awake.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad you're here.
We're awake. We're ready to crush some Siren. How about you guys in chat? Are you guys ready? I don't know if everybody else was watching those Pokemon runs. I was watching them earlier. Very cool. Very long. It's always impressive to see those long categories. But yes, my name is Casual Speedrun. I am running Siren Any Percent. Siren, of course, a very obscure PS2 generation game. Was not very popular in the West outside of Japan, but definitely worth a playthrough if you're really into horror games, especially the PS2 generation. It is just iconic in its story, the gameplay, the aesthetic. And we'll be explaining things about the plot and things about the gameplay in terms of speedruns as we go through. So without any further delay, let's get right into it. Time's going to start right here when we select new game, and we're going to get right into the action. 3, 2, 1. Let's Siren.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. So the first things first.
Also, your makeup game is on point tonight.
Oh, thank you. It's been a while since I've done the makeup. Do you like it? Does it show well? I hope you guys enjoy this.
It does, actually.
Cosplaying as the Shabitos, which we will talk about later on in the game, so...
Yes, we're being chased by one right now. The very first level, you're immediately thrown into a chase. An enemy with a gun is actually chasing us right now, and we have to get away just by grabbing a key and then using the key to open the truck. And then we're going to use the truck to make the gamer over there disappear. There's a lot of magic tricks like that in this speedrun.
Yeah. To emphasize what Siren is actually like... In my opinion, and like in a lot of people's opinions, like this is one of the hardest like horror games out there. This is one of those games that you have no idea what you're doing with this kind of link navigator until you kind of realize in the next like 2-3 gameplays. It took me like a couple of playthroughs for me to figure out what this link navigator is and what the other mechanics of the game is, and until like you can actually like just 100% this game and such. We are gonna be going with like the first character of the game because there's gonna be several different characters that you're gonna be jumping around on that link navigator or like the timeline later on. We are playing as Kiryasuda, and we are gonna be escorting this mistress right here, which I don't remember the name anyway.
So you see that there was text right there at the bottom of the screen. We're actually going to enter the site check now to skip the rest of the text. I just wanted to show the text off real quick so you have our frame of reference. We're going to be timing it just perfectly so that we exactly skip the text because real time will progress. Game time will progress. This river will keep flowing. She will keep talking. Everything continues to happen when you're in the sight jack. Whereas if you're in the text, you actually have to match through that before the game can continue. Everything in the game pauses, except real time. Of course, real time continues. We're going to line ourselves up exactly just behind her so that when she 180 turns right there, she'll immediately start talking. Otherwise, she'll 180 and then turn towards you. And that's a little slower, so we want to be right behind her. This is Hisako, and she's responsible for everything that's happening here. And what's happening here is that a village has been stuck in the underworld, a result of a time paradox and internal curse as a result of eating some really bad sushi. Those of you who have played the game will know exactly what we're talking about. This game, without context, is absolutely just wild and unhinged. I'm not even going to try to truly get into the plot and the lore because it's way out there.
It's very long, yeah. You in order for you to get like a true ending of this game, you have to do plenty of stuff, going into alternate timelines and whatnot, going to different buildings and whatnot. But yeah, you do a lot of stuff. For like even 100% as well. So no, even true ending as well. Sorry, 100% you do a lot, but in true ending you also do a lot as well. We're just gonna go with the 80% of this game, which is like the bad ending of it. So spoilers, bad ending is just having one character just like leave the whole the place called Hanuda. Yeah, Hanuda. But yeah, other than that, we are playing as Kiyosuda, just having an escortee right now. There are going to be some levels in this game that requires you to escort someone out of the area. And this is one of them right now. This is a very simple area, but later on, there's going to be some escortees that are going to be a lot harder than it seems. And a lot more sidejacking before we are done with the level.
So as you can see there, we're using a very unique gameplay mechanic, not really seen in many other games, if any at all, where you are peering through the eyes and the senses, including what you can hear, of other NPCs on the level, including enemies, right? That's actually very, very useful in the speedrun. Just then we use it in an unintended way to simply skip all of that text that we would have to mash, including right there at the end. We can actually leave the level a little early if we enter the sight jack and have her push us out. Now, right here, we're going to trivialize a normally really hard level. We're going to let this guy shoot us because we can tank the damage. It's okay. Most of the time, as the player character, you can tank one bullet exactly, and then any other damage will, unfortunately, end your go. You'll have to retry.
By the way, this character is
damage right there.
Tamon Takeuchi? Yeah.
Tamon Takeuchi, and that's who I'm cosplaying at the moment. Best character.
Oh, yeah, you are! Oh, yeah. As a Shibito as well, though.
Yeah.
Tamon Takeuchi is the principal. No, not the principal. Sorry, the professor with some person later on, which is
Yoriko, who was behind us just then. That's why we tank the bullet, because she can't get hit. If she gets hit by the bullet, she's going to go down, and we'll have to retry the level. We tank that bullet and time the instance of when we call her to follow us, just so that she's able to avoid getting shot there. And we make it through the level. We trivialize a normally really hard level. This one right here, we might get shot, we might not. Cool. Forward stagger, so we don't really lose anything. We lose like 1 second over not getting hit. It's basically just random what you get there.
Just RNG.
And we just run straight through. Yeah, this level, there's not really anything to it. This is one of like 2 levels in the entire speedrun where there's nothing going on. Every single other level, there's going to be at least one major thing happening. Every other level gets really challenging, such as this one right here. We are about to enter into the mother of all speedrun escort missions. So those of you who think Ashley Graham is bad, move over, Ashley Graham. We got a new sheriff in town. Miyako Kajiro. Let's hear it for Miyako. Yay! Yay!
So to further explain what Casual was talking about, basically we're gonna have like this escortee, and we have to escort her towards like the end of the level, but it also requires you to use a lot of the the sidejacking, I would say. But like basically she's blind, so in order for her to actually see where Kyoya is, she's actually supposed to use her own sidejack, where if you were to sidejack her, it's actually just pitch black, but looking at Kyoya's eyes, which is like blue in color for some reason, enemies are in red color. Why not, Casual? Why not you show them? Show them like the blue.
All right.
Yeah, do that. There you go. That's the blue.
That's her looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
so
just
enemies,
how it looks. We're always going to have a blue cross. Our escortees will always have a green cross on them. That will come in handy later. We'll explain that when we get to the school, about a little less than like halfway through the run. But for right now, we have to gently, slowly escort Miyako just ever so perfectly so that she will actually follow us, because otherwise she will, I'm not kidding, she will sit down. Sometimes she'll say out loud, "Hey, look at me," but in Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she'll just be quiet. Like right then, I couldn't tell what she was doing because she wasn't making any sounds. She just like quietly walked towards us. So we want her to stomp loudly, running. That's what we always want.
How safe do you want to be right now?
So we're gonna try to skip fighting both the guy and the lady.
You're gonna go
here.
risky. Okay.
We're going for it, man. We're going for it. Let's see if she follows us. Okay, I'm gonna...
No.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think she stopped. Oh, wow. She actually did follow. It looked like she stopped.
We might have to fight the lady, depending on what... No, she's stuck again. What is she doing down here?
Ran away. Oh.
That's okay. We can recover this.
Yeah, so... You're supposed to fight this Shibito, and it's like the first combat that you do in the game when to get the poker. But unfortunately, it's also because technically, Miyako kind of just like stood still. So because of that, you had to defend her a lot of the times. But yeah, it's just basically just escorting her towards the end. But the escorting part of the game is just kind of tough and difficult because she's blind and she only can look at your like side jack in order for her to follow you, and it's a very long path towards the end area of the game. I mean, of this level.
Yeah, you can only take so many steps before she will just give up on trying to follow you. So of course we're trying to avoid that here. What's up, Super Ultra? Yeah, what Super Ultra is referring to, we actually literally dodge bullets in the speedrun. That's obviously frame perfect timing. We're not going to do that tonight, unfortunately, because the consequence of not getting the exact frame perfect trick is that you have to retry the level, which in the cases where we would be dodging the bullets will lose over a minute. So we're not going to do that. But we will be doing, we're going to do full send on some of the strats. Like right here, we tried to skip the guy and the lady. Unfortunately, Miyako froze in exactly just the perfect place that we had to go back and fight. But it is what it is.
This is one of my favorite characters in this game. Just because he's 70 years old.
Yeah, good old Rifle Grandpa. We're going to wait exactly 4 breath cycles here. There is a sniper. This is really cruel level design. I love Toyama and all the crew that worked on this and the original Silent Hill and Slitterhead coming out November 8th, I believe. Very excited for that. But there's a sniper looking into this tunnel at the very start. If you take off running at the beginning, he will always shoot you. So we actually have to wait 4 seconds, roughly 4 or 5 seconds there. So that guy yelled, you may have noticed, instead of attacking us. We'll explain that in just a second, but a lot is happening, so let me focus here. Maybe you can explain it, Juhorse.
Yeah, so basically, whenever a Shibito takes 5 steps, like always 5 steps, the Shibito will yell and it will stop in place for a bit. We're kind of just abusing it just because to pass or bypass at this area. Casual kind of just like sidejacked this guy so he could see that red little like the eyesight, I guess. Whenever you sidejack
I only do it for timing anymore, to be honest.
I was about to say, like, whenever you sidejack a Shibito and they're just kind of like aggroing at you, like how that one was aggroing at you with the rifle, they actually just shine red, which is a good thing, or a good indicator for you to like know when to shoot or when to like stay still and such. There's also another mechanic that he did, which is called the shout pull. No, sorry. What was it called again? I don't remember what's it called. The
shout cancel.
There we go.
So you
yeah,
can cancel animations in this game by just opening up the triangle menu, which is how you do a lot of the interactions. Things like opening doors, you don't, but things like locking a door, yes, you need to open up the triangle menu in order to do those actions.
Yeah, and, I do want to say this. It's like 10 a.m. in the morning, so like my brain is mushy, so I'm like forgetting stuff. But yeah, there's a shout push later on in the game and a shout cancel, which is what Casual did when he was using the rifle as well. So yeah, this is what Kei Makino as well, the Japanese Harry Potter.
Kei Makino, yes. He does look like him. I used to get upset when people would say that in my Twitch chat. I'd be like, stop, he doesn't look like that. And then I was like, okay, who am I kidding? Yeah, he does. He totally does. Okay, we're gonna wait for this guy to turn to the left. We're doing an early level exit here and also an intentional damage minute. We're gonna get this guy to shoot us instead of at our escortee.
Oh, wow.
Nice, he even missed. That's even faster.
Fun fact, by the way. If we get shot,
it's no big deal.
Yeah, fun fact, by the way.
Yeah.
When you're doing this whole routing, there's an achievement in the PS4. If you ever play this game on the PS4, because this game came out also on the PS4 for like the the emulation or something such. There's an achievement where you just do this level in less than 30 seconds, which yeah, funny enough, that's how you would do it as well.
Okay, we're going full send on this. We're going to go ahead and just do the cooler looking, much more risky strat. We're using our first shout push of the run. So there's gonna be more shouting in this than Skyrim. Just hang tight, and we'll explain everything that's going on as we go. So at the very start, I'm gonna 180 here. We're not gonna grab our flashlight. We don't need it. I'm gonna go ahead and yell right here, and that's gonna cause this lady to take a few steps, and then she's gonna yell right there. And then we're going to run through here. Hopefully we're going to catch it on time and stomp loud enough that this lady will also... Yep, there we go. There's the red flash. Nice. She sees us. Now she's going to yell right then. And we use that to run by her. And now we are going to do one last yell to push this guy. Yes, push this guy out of the way. Just like Fusurada. Just like... Yep. Oh, there we go. That was super clean. Let's go.
That is very clean. This is one of the riskiest strats that you do in the run.
Checkpoint abuse?
Yeah, that you kind of just...
early game.
The backup strat is just to get the wrench that he has right now, because, sometimes the game do not, think that you go that far into, a checkpoint and such without taking the necessary stuff. Like, he took once he reset, he has a flashlight, he has a wrench. That's what the game thinks that you have in the game when you progress forward, so...
Yeah. It might not look it, but that strat right there where we hit the guy with the wrench is actually way harder than the thing that we did on the bridge, than the shout push. We're going to do another shout push right here. Ooh, that was a little close. Okay. 3 and 4. She cannot take a shot. This is Risa, one of 2 sets of twins. She's one of the twins.
The other one is the antagonist.
No, we didn't get it.
No.
That's okay. Quick retry. No big deal. This level is one of the fastest in the entire run, so not a huge deal at all.
Yeah, like Casual said, this is one of the 2 sisters, twin sisters, I guess. There's also twin brothers in this game. The twin sister is actually the antagonist, but you only see her during true endings of the game, because you go to the hospital, but in any percent you don't really go to the hospital at all, which is one cool thing about this. Any percent. I picked this game up a few months ago as well, so it's been really tough getting a good time as a first time speedrunner of this game. So yeah,
this game is not easy. As I'm seeing some people remark in chat, they're absolutely right. This game is not easy.
Yeah, like I said, this is one of the hardest horror games that ever came out. It's made by the people who made Silent Hill and Slitherhead as well. So we hope that this game would come back. It revitalizes itself or something like that. Give us a remake or reboot or anything.
Yeah, something, guys. We're starving over here. Please,
Siren's
give us
starving.
something.
Starving, sorry.
Stop just giving us They give us a tweet every year on Siren Day, acting like they're gonna do something, and then nothing happens. They're like, "Here's your reward. It's another tweet." Oh yeah, you guys like the mug? Here, I'll show it in just a second. How about that, huh? Shout out Matt, the gamer. I bought this from his gamer merch store. Very good, fashionable mug. I did not step out of the evil within. I stepped straight out of Siren. Siren, the game we're playing right now. Okay, this level can be a little risky. There's unfortunately no backup, so we're just going to full send.
Full send it.
Maybe you can explain what we're doing here, Horse Gamer.
Yeah, so basically, he's trying to kill these two guys in order for him to bypass them, and then like go into this guy right
Looks
here.
Good.
This guy has a rifle on top of a some kind of roof, I guess, and he's trying to shoot. Is it K? Sorry, this is not K. This is Shiro. Yeah,
this is the twin of Japanese Harry Potter, and she's the lady who we were just playing as a minute ago. One of also a part of a set of twins. There's a lot of lore about twins. I mean, Japanese horror game with folklore. That's pretty constant theme. Lots of that. Fatal Frame, etc.
Yeah. So basically, like we asked Risa Onda to open up a door later on. This is gonna be very useful for the final part of the game anyway. So yeah, that was the whole level as well. Initially, we were supposed to like get out of the level, just go down. But because we need to open the door for like an alternate route for some people's final parts of the games as well, so we open up pathways and such. You may notice like in the earlier levels of like is it Shiro? Yeah, is it Shiro? Okay, no, Kei Makino. Yeah. You were supposed to like do the whole level again, but with an alternate route. This is the same thing as well with Hiroshimura. So initially with this first mission, you're supposed to like get out of the mining facility, but with these alternate routings and alternate pathways that you take, you're supposed to get a pickaxe and then use the pickaxe and you knock down a log, and then from there you actually open up another character in this game, which we will do that later. Ooh, that's very nice. Very good setup, very nice. It's a very safe setup as well.
Yeah, it always works as long as you get the timing at the very start just right. You'll always get it right. Always. Easy clapper.
But yeah, Siren had like 3 games. We only have like 1, 2, and then like the Americanized version of Siren. This Siren in particular, which we only have like 2 games and a reboot. Not a reboot, a remake. Yeah, it's a remake. Wow, you got hit.
I wouldn't even say it's a remake. It's like a reimagining. It's like the third level of re. Like there's remaster, remake, and then reimagining, right? And I would say that Blood Curse is a reimagining because it's not. It doesn't have the same characters. I'm gonna wait there a second so we can hopefully not get shot here. I'm gonna send it. Yeah, we had a time just right. The top sniper did not see us. All right, stop for stamina here because we. Come on. There we go. Okay. And now we can escape from the level.
Nice. So yeah, we are going to be opening up to one of the new characters in the game, which is Nayoko. So she is a TV personality host, and she just got trapped in Hanuda as well. I forgot to mention, like, I don't know if you already mentioned about it. Hanuda is like a virtual place, like an imaginary place, because it kind of just got into like an earthquake like long ass time ago.
Yeah, so basically what's going on plot-wise, and sorry if we haven't touched enough on the plot, it's whenever you're doing showcases this run, it's always kind of a fine balance. There's a lot of stuff going on in the run that I would like to explain, right? But the plot is so good, but it really is hard to do it justice with an explanation here on the fly. Basically, what's going on is this village is eternally cursed and trapped in a time paradox. And the reason for this is because members of this village, people who lived here almost 2,000 years ago, ate some really bad sushi. Basically, an alien god fell from the sky. Hang on to your hats here. An alien god fell from the sky. A bunch of the villagers were hungry and decided to just start macking down on it. They decided to have the sushi slam, all you can eat. And as a result, that creature, the alien god, has cursed this village for all eternity. Now, every 27 years, this cycle, this ritual, essentially repeats itself over and over again. And so this village is just trapped forever in this curse of darkness. What the rest of the world sees, right, when the zero time came, when this village became trapped once again in the underworld, as it has many times throughout history, what the rest of the real world sees is essentially a pile of rubble. They see a landslide and nothing else, right? They don't see anything else here. All they see is a naturally occurring landslide, okay? Meanwhile, all the inhabitants of this village are secretly pulled into the underworld, never to escape, except for Harumi. Spoiler alert. Don't listen for the next few seconds. Oh, nice door. That's okay. That'll help us time the alarms here. I kind of wanted to wait for a couple rings anyway, because it's really risky if you take off right away. I'm going to let this guy hit me or grab me. Yeah. That's good. It's even better, actually.
So if you get grabbed there, if you get grabbed there, it's a lot better when like the top guy, which is a sniper, can just go down. If it shouts, the sniper would actually just stay at where Naoko would like go into this tunnel for like a couple of seconds, which is really bad.
Cool lore, but aliens? You gotta have aliens. Don't forget that these guys created the original Silent Hill as well. So there's gotta be some aliens thrown in the mix.
I mean, we are going to have aliens at the end of Shattered Memories after this.
The UFO ending, the alien.
I was just going to say, they all have a UFO ending, which I think is just the greatest thing ever. And yeah, we'll be seeing that from Abby's Corner and Schmumbler and commentary. I'm super excited.
So this is like the first. This is like the first loop of the game. Oh no, not the first loop. Like maybe the second loop.
We're now in the third loop. So we're playing as the professor. Remember, if you're trapped in a Japanese horror game, when in doubt, go talk to the folklorist. There's always going to be a folklorist, and he will always set you straight. That's how it works, okay? Nice, we got the magic bullet. Let's go.
Nice.
Okay, so basically, this level is very tight speedrun-wise. You only have just enough bullets to finish the level right. If you miss even once, you're going to have to stop in this car right here and get ammo, which is a lot slower. You also have to fight the flying guy who's shooting at us from behind us right now, but we don't have to worry about him.
Unless the flying Shibito actually shoots Yoriko, and then it gets into trouble. But yeah, basically this level,
she never will if we do it right. If you just keep your flashlight off, he's never gonna shoot you or Yoriko. Yep. It's always just easy clap.
But yeah, basically this level you have like the amount of bullets that you can get that you have to actually like kill all these Shibitos, plus kill the last Shibito, which is the Shibito brain. The Shibito brain is actually controlling a lot of the Shibitos and such. And
one bullet left.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. So if you do not know about the Shibitos, once they're down, they're not really dead. None of them can actually die at all. Even the Shibito brains that like you kind of just shoot them down, they cannot die at all. They can bring all the other Shibitos down in the area, but would never die. We are also in the next Takeuchi.
Yeah, we've got kind of a really tight setup here. We're going to go ahead and just leave Best Girl Yoriko behind us. She is Best Girl. I won't have any slander. I won't have any Yoriko slander. She's the best. We're going to go ahead and do just kind of a complicated setup here. Stick with us. There we go. Okay, so there's a sniper up on that roof. Yeah, that setup never fails. You let that branch poke through your... What's going on there is, in order to shoot enemies with a pistol, with the rifle, there's like that weird aiming. And for those of you who've played the game, you know it's really weird. It's really obtuse and really hard to control. One of the things I would say, I'm a diehard defender of this game, but I will say that is objectively bad. The rifle aiming in this game is just so bad. But when you're aiming with pistols, it's a little bit of a different game there. You have to wait until the camera acquires the target. It'll give you a little bit of, not an auto aim, but like the camera will adjust so that you have both yourself and the enemy in the field of view, and it's like locked in there. And so what we're doing there is putting ourselves in a position where we can just barely, just by like a height of several pixels, get a lock on that sniper who's up on top of that building, instead of having to go all the way around the level and sneak up from behind, which is how you normally attack him. So we climbed on top of that tower back there so that we can hear the in-school announcement just in time for the little gamer, Harumi, who was just behind us back there, to make an announcement calling for the teacher's help, and that sends us to this level. We are now in the school, the major RNG event. You want to explain that a little bit, Horse Gamer, would you?
So basically, like, the first half is just kind of, like, doable, as you can tell. You just have to avoid the shots and whatnot. Well, he's gonna be doing a reset right here because of because of health wise. Yes,
get our health back. Yep. And make sure that the guy in the hallway who just shot at us is not reloading.
Yep.
We actually need him to shoot us right here so that he doesn't follow us into the big open gymnasium where a gun has certain advantages over a little crowbar, which is what we're going to have in just a second.
Yeah, but also...
So we definitely want him to stay. Yeah.
This is going to be the one of the major RNG sections of the game. If you ever see like the speedrun page of this game, you would like see Toilet 1, Toilet 2. And if you do not know what that is, basically Harumi... Later on, after you defeat the principal, which is upcoming, there's gonna be two places that Harumi's gonna be. One is in the toilet, the other one is gonna be in the library. If Harumi's in the library, is actually really bad RNG because you have to go all the way up to the second floor just to go back to the library and escort Harumi back to the teacher's lounge. In like toilet, however, you can just go to like the first floor's toilet and just, you know, get her quickly enough to go to the teacher's lounge. You can do multiple ways of like finding whether or not Harumi's in the toilet. One way is to actually see the gunman. But
nice toilet. Let's go. Okay, so we use the sight check there because we're always going to get a green cross on our companion. So we use the sight check there on this guy right as he's getting into position to fight us. That's twofold useful. We get him to, we draw him out of the classroom so we don't have like a prolonged, protracted battle against him. And also we're able to determine where Harumi is without having to go check ourselves. Sometimes she doesn't hear you even though you open up the door. You can even shout and she won't hear you. You have to stomp loudly enough. So sometimes you just have to run away and then run back towards her. Otherwise, she'll just sit there blissfully unaware that you're in a speed run, the timer is running, and you're trying to go.
Also, the other good thing about getting this good RNG is that if you were to get the library RNG, the principal is gonna come back. The principal actually, like, kind of just wakes up a lot faster than a lot of these Shibitos, so you have to fight him a second time in order for you to just bypass this level. So that's a really good level, very good RNG.
Can I tell you something right now, Horse Gamer?
Yeah.
I know you're not supposed to do these runs with splits, but I am, and we're like dead even with PB right now.
Y'all get that gold.
So we are now coming up after this level. This level's relatively straightforward. We're gonna smash a piggy bank, and this guy's gonna cry because we spilled his life savings all over the floor, and he's going to take a shot at us, but not hit us. That guy back there always shoots at us.
This is one of the levels that you had to do like some complex stuff in order for you to like go through this level. Basically in this level you're supposed to get like a you're supposed to get like a block or something, a handkerchief, then soak the handkerchief and then put it in the freezer and then put it underneath the piggy bank, and then you it breaks so that it alerts this guy. But if you break it immediately and then dodge the first shot, that's it. That's the whole level. That's the whole mission too.
Yep.
Now upcoming is like one of the worst levels in the game.
Yeah, here we go. This is all the speedrun really is. This is a sequence break. Now, what I mean by sequence break, you may have noticed, again, we do mission 1s and mission 2s, right? Now, see, it just said mission objective. It did not say mission 2. There was no number there, right? And that's because we haven't unlocked Mission Objective 2. Now, that being said, the Mission Objective 2 trigger is still available on this level. Why am I telling you this? Because we're actually going to break the game so bad that we get the Mission Objective 2 early because the trigger is there, it's just blocked by a locked door. We're going to convince one of the enemies that we are behind that locked door so that she breaks it open, because she can break it open, we can't. We're going to get her to do our work for us. And we are going to therefore sequence break the game, get an early mission 2 that sends us to the mission that we would normally unlock from the Mission Objective 2 completion.
Yeah,
but
the cool thing
we haven't finished mission 1.
Yeah, the cool thing about this game is that like some of the Shibitos could actually just unlock locked doors by themselves, and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. We're just gonna be abusing that as well in this level. So once he gets a key, he's gonna like do the second part of the game, and it's a lot more concentration than anything else, because basically the Shibitos, the Tabori skip is like really difficult. I remember spending like an hour just to get one, an hour or two just to get at least one, and it's hard.
That's not atypical either. That's common. Like, that's normal. This is probably the hardest thing to learn in the entire run, and I would say until you get to the bullet dodges, this is the hardest thing to do. This is easily the hardest trick to do in the entire game, or honestly, in most, I can't think of any tricks, like, just input-wise that are as precise or as specific and as inconsistent as this one. That being said, we're going to try to get it on the first try here. So we're going to get her to follow pretty close, run into the wall here. That's to slow us down and so that she can keep up with us, and to get the flashlight clipped in through the wall. Again, we're trying to convince her last known position mechanism.
Wow!
Oh, first try, let's go! Let's go! Baby!
If you see this like being like one of the easier kind of like strats, this is really hard. It's very inconsistent, and like him getting first try is actually really quick as well. This skip saves 20 to 30 minutes in the last routing of the game, and that's why you don't really.
I'm so excited. I almost
you don't even do like the second mission as well. You just like immediately just go, which is so great.
Yeah. So now we are entering the auto-scroller portion of the run. This is about $1.30, like 90 seconds or so auto-scroller. Yeah, getting that first try, it kind of is huge, actually.
It's very huge.
That's a big deal when it comes to speedruns.
It's very huge.
I could totally PB tonight.
In the time save, yes.
I could totally PB.
But yeah, right now, auto-scroller, we have to wait this out for 3 minutes. We are looking at the mom of, who is it again? Tomoko? Yeah, Tomoko. So,
yes, Tomoko, the gal in the red jumpsuit. We don't get to play as her anymore. Darn, everyone really misses that level.
Yeah.
That's one of the levels that got cut out by Tabori's skip. Juhorse here is lucky. He learned the run after we already found the skip, so he didn't even have to learn those levels.
I started running this game like 2 months ago, and I'm like, oh heck yeah, I don't have to spend the other 20 minutes, because initially when I wanted to pick up this game, I couldn't complete the game and also at the same time I saw the speedrun being like an hour plus, and like it's really hard. I've seen like people like Dices or Schmumbler to run this game, and this game is like really hard. Until like I met Casual, and Casual was like telling me a lot of the stuff in this game. I was like, maybe the speedrun on this game looks a lot more doable, and I picked it up and was like, oh yeah, that's really nice. If you ever want to pick it up, I think Casual is like one of the best teachers that you could like
yeah. Oh, shucks. Thanks,
like,
man.
Learn the speedrun from. He has like a lot of like speedrun videos and a lot of like tutorials for like basic and also complex stuff, which is very good as well.
Yeah, I do have a speedrun explained video. I have been working on the tutorial for a while. I just didn't feel like there was that much interest, but to be honest, you're one of 3 runners that I've taught how to do the run in the last like 3 months. So honestly, I think I am just gonna make a tutorial at this point. And yeah, you might notice that she's kind of just laughing and popping off watching the TV, even though it's garbled static. Honestly, same. Yeah, do you guys like the makeup? It's been a while since I've put it on. It feels really good to get it back out there. Gotta go all out. Gotta go all out for GDQ Hotfix. Thanks to Amber, and thanks to everybody who puts this together. I really appreciate that you guys had us on. You guys are having us on right now.
Yeah, it's my
Very
pleasure. I
excited
appreciate y'all submitting the run to the show as well, because a lot of people don't know how to submit to Hotfix. So if you don't know how to submit to Hotfix, you can go to gamesdonequick.com/Hotfix. That's where you can check out our schedule for the season and check out the schedule for an in-depth look at the runs on every week. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, there is a hot link that will send you to our submission form. Alternatively, if you happen to follow me on social media, every so often I will put a call to action out for submissions where I link the form as well. But that is your mainstay location on gamesdonequick.com/Hotfix, all the way at the bottom of the page there.
Okay, so this strat is the one that I really have troubles on. Is the shell push. So you have to push like Tomoko towards the side.
Yeah, that one's really tight because she's getting up.
Yep.
And we're gonna retry checkpoint here. She didn't yell, so she's chasing us automatically. It's actually really funny. It kills your run and it loses you time in a no reset setting. So I'm not gonna show it. But sometimes Tomoko back there, who was drawing on the floor, don't do that. Sometimes Tomoko will like dive bomb attack you off of the roof. She'll be like right behind you, and she'll sometimes instant grab you. That happened to Cronius one time, who I saw in the chat earlier. By the way, what's up, Cronster? I've seen that happen to Cronius when he's on like a monster pace.
Ooh,
there we go.
Okay, that's very tight.
So we've got the really tight setup here. Let's see if we can get it first.
So basically, Raiko, Raiko in this game actually died, and she was the one who actually saved Harumi in this game. Lore-wise, she exploded with a bunch of Shibitos and saved Harumi. And Harumi went to this house where it was kind of just, you know, stuffed by is it? No, sorry, Yuriko? Is it Yuriko? Yeah, Yuriko. No, Tomoko, sorry. And other people. Yeah.
Tomoko. Yeah. So the teacher had her own redemption arc. We don't play that level anymore, unfortunately, because of the Tabori skip. Well, very fortunately in a time sense. The run is now, even on a PS2, I'm actually running this on a PS2, which is not the fastest console RTA. My PS3 kind of died. It's been having random crashes, so I decided to just rock the PS2 for tonight. And even on a PS2, you'll pretty consistently get sub 1 hour runs because of Tabori skip. It just cuts 20 minutes out of the run, you know?
Yep.
Nothing more to be said. It just saves a ton of time. So even if we got it first try gaming, I'm still fist pumping about that. But because I mean, it's really just one of those things, man. You get that first try in a run, it feels so good. That feels better than anything else you can get in this run.
You can actually move around in the link navigator after Harumi because you can select different levels to actually go into different different areas and also figure out where to get stuff for alternate paths as well, because in this game everything is a lot hidden. Like, it's very hidden with how you would get the second episode of different characters, and also like the 100% stuff as well, like the archives as well, which also links into like the true ending of the game, or like the 100% ending of the game. So
yes, in 100% you collect all the archives. That's my favorite thing about it. The strats that you use in 100% are so cracked. Unfortunately, that category is really long. Like a good estimate, like on PS2, we're talking 3 hours. It's a lot longer. It is also very action-packed. I highly recommend checking out Siren speedruns in general, which you can find on speedrun.com/Siren. The 100% run is very cool if you really like a nice cinematic experience. Any percent if you prefer something more short and sweet, like what you've got to hear, like what we're doing tonight. Let's see. If we get toilet, dude, I'm on PB pace. If we get toilet,
library is still one of the
library.
worst.
That's okay. My PB has double library, so. But anyway, so once again, we've got the RNG event here. Harumi, the little girl who escapes at the very end, who we just played as in the last level, escaping the house. which, yeah, it is very cool to see into the lives of the zombies. Somebody wrote that in chat. I agree. I think that's an iconic level for that reason. Very cool to just, like, wander around the house while the zombies are just... The Shibito, not zombies, right? But, yeah, basically the same thing. They're just doing their business. I don't know how many zombies watch TV. That's why I hesitate to call them zombies, but, yeah. But yeah, looks like Harumi is up in the library. That's okay. It is what it is. It is random. There's nothing we can do about it. Mission 2, we always have to fight Senor Glockman here. He never goes into the classroom, whereas in Mission 1, he usually does go into the classroom. Let's see if this guy is in the... Okay, looks like he is in the bathroom, so nobody is in the toilet. That's the worst outcome, because that means we have to take the time to fight him, and we have to take the time to go upstairs. The best outcome, so on speedrun.com, as Drew Horse mentioned earlier, there will be variables. It's not categorized by this variable. It's not a subcategory, but it is just a variable just for viewer reference of the RNG event, so you can kind of gauge, like, okay, how much time could this run have saved just from RNG? And it will read Toilet 1, Toilet 2, Nurse's Shoe. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Dr. Seuss. Anyway, so the toilet just refers to who is in the toilet on the school levels. Nurse's Shoe is no longer relevant because of the Tabori skip. Yeah, that was the worst level of the bunch. That's like a 4.5-minute level, the shoe level. That's like the thing I was the happiest to not have to do, and that's also a random factor, as you can guess from the fact that it's a variable on speedrun.com. So it would read Toilet 1, Toilet 2. In this case, we got Harumi, and then nobody. Nobody is the worst outcome. The best outcome is Harumi. The second worst, but still not good outcome is the Shibito is in the toilet. All that means is we don't have to fight him, but we do still need to go upstairs and look for Harumi. Is what it is. Again, totally random. As far as we're aware, there is no manip, there is no setup. A couple of us gamers are getting together on Sunday to kind of lab this a little bit, to bring some science to it, see if there is some variable that changes, like a 1 to a 0 using Cheat Engine. We're gonna see if anything changes when Harumi gets sent to her random location, so that we might be able to predict ahead of time whether she's going to go to the toilet or to the library, and then hopefully we can just retry checkpoint until we get a toilet. That would be optimal. And then in that case, me and Jewhorse have talked about this a little bit. We could potentially even look at developing a speedrun tool. I think that would be a really good idea.
This game is not really speedrun like a lot, which is unfortunate. Yeah.
No.
So there's not a lot of people who actually speedrun this game, because one of the biggest reasons is, like, this game is really hard. Yeah, it's so hard. So like,
it's
I was kind of just asking about, like, is there if there's ever someone who could, like, do some load remover timers for, like, emulation and whatnot, because legitimately this game has one of the cool in-game timers. It kind of just runs like how Silent Hill would run as an in-game timer, but, like, there's not a lot of information of how this in-game timer actually does work as well, unless, like, someone actually makes like a you know, a load remover timer or like a IGT format of this game. Like, for some reason I was running this game on, like, PS4, and I only had like a 7-second PB RTA wise, but IGT was like a really big PB, and I was like, how does that work? So yeah, if you, like, for instance, if you retry checkpoint, if you mess up one of the strats and you're about to get hit and go down, you're always better off retry checkpoint instead of actually just letting yourself die there. You lose a lot less time IGT if you retry checkpoint, because the pause menu, this triangle menu right here, cinematic cutscenes, none of those things apply to the IGT. The IGT for this game is it's what every speedrun leaderboard probably wishes they had, basically. Yeah, you have to kill the Shibito.
Yep, we're gonna have to.
Oh, never mind.
Let's see if we can get it. That's just me reloading. All right.
We also, like, kind of just have this thing all over our heads right now. But flying all over our heads. This is what was this? Naoko. So basically, with the previous episode or the previous mission that we just kind of open up a door in the gymnasium to let Naoko in. We are gonna be doing Naoko's mission like twice, because basically when she comes in, she only had to like escape from the school, but once doing this again, she has to use the is it the ID card? Yeah, she has to look at the library card, or like library ID card to find a book, which is what we are going to be doing right now with the whole scenario selection right here. Also, I feel like this is more of an RTA kind of thing. It's faster in RTA than in IGT because the IGT actually stops
We're going straight back to once again attack Simon and Garfunkel. It is. Yes. So we've got Simon right there. This, of course, is the iconic British folk music duo, Simon and Garfunkel. Simon there, being very well behaved. One-shot kills on Simon both times, mission 1 and just now on mission 2. Let's see if Garfunkel participates. We want him to knock us off the ladder. Come on, be a gentleman. Yeah, attaboy. And that's faster just because getting off ladders in this game is horribly slow. It's very, very slow to get off of a ladder in this game. So you want an enemy to knock you off the ladder. Pretty much every time we're climbing a ladder down throughout the various speedrun categories. And in any percent, that's only right here. That's, I think, the only time we climb down a ladder at all in the entire run. Yes, we climb up 3 other ladders. The school twice before as the teacher, and 1 ladder as Takeuchi, the folklorist. Remember, when in doubt, always go ask the folklorist if you're trapped in a Japanese horror game. We're not going to talk about that. That was why. Okay, so that's where like little RNG. And where's the nurse's shoe? But that's only in 100% and true end runs. We don't worry about that. So for us, it's just toilet RNG, basically. Toilet RNG. Be sure to write that down. You will be quizzed. But there are also tiny RNG events. Like every time you shoot a gun, every time an enemy shoots a gun, there's a little bit of a dice roll, right? Just then, I'll admit, we were pretty far away because Squidward did the worst pattern where he's already on the far side of the classroom. I had to take the shot I was given. You just gotta roll with whatever you're dealt.
I like how you just call him Squidward and it's like, what's the context of it? This is the principle.
Yes. So that guy looks like Squidward. That's it. That's the context. He transformed. That was the principal of the school. Still is, I guess. It's still his domain. But he is now Squidward tentacles, as you can plainly see. Yeah. That's exactly what he looks like. Am I right? Good. Simon and Garfunkel are not in our way. We can just simply run on out of here.
Which is a very good thing. Yes.
And once we finish this level,
one of the major things is that one of the Shibitos could actually come in, like how the first mission was like. So you are just like out of there immediately. That's good.
Okay, he pops off at the end. He does a little yell. Every gamer kind of assembles downstairs to come give a last-ditch effort to attack you. I always love that part of that level because everyone shows up at the function to give you a hard time. But we don't let them. It's good vibes
also,
only in
like,
here
the final
tonight.
Few places that we have to do in order for us to complete this game. If you can totally tell, we have been skipping a bunch of stuff as well.
The hardest
like we are time traveling into different like time scenarios and such. If you were to play this game, and like really just figure out a lot of the stuff, unless if you want to do this as a blind playthrough, like this is one of the hardest games. You probably would need a guide. Look at the whole scenarios of this game and also the whole lore of this game. It's really interesting as well.
Yeah, you either have to have a lot of time on your hands or think really outside the box to 100% this without a guide. I did, but that's because I was a kid and I was like obsessed with this game. I was like so deep into the game. Uh-oh. Okay, she yelled, so we're probably gonna have to fight the lady. I'm gonna call Yoriko just in case. We might have to fight the lady back in the kitchen. Oh, yep. Looks like it. So we're gonna have to race over there, protect Yoriko, get right in her way. No, where are you going? Stay here. Oh! She just took. I've never even seen that before. What is happening right now? My video game is like melting inside of the console. Probably. What is happening? Yeah. That was pretty interesting. Luckily, it doesn't lose much time. We're gonna go ahead and call her over here now. So what we picked up back there is a folding saw. We're going to use the saw to saw our way out of here. As you may have guessed, yes, that's all there is to it. It's a saw. It's a saw, and the saw is gonna saw. That's what a saw does. We're gonna have to just wait. We got technically the good timing, because if this guy's out there, it makes for a really, really risky scenario. Yoriko can get shot by this. We call this area belovingly Sniper Alley, and that's because as you just saw the screen flash with the sniper can just get her all the time, so we much rather fight that guy close to us. At least in Mission 1. On Mission 2, we're basically going to have to adapt on the fly, making that level really challenging when you're on a really good pace, because the next level coming up is the second to last level. So when you're on a good pace, it's pretty Monka W, but we're gonna roll with whatever they give us. Whatever they give us, you have to. You already know what it is. Yes. So what we are doing plot-wise, we are creating an entryway into the nest. So this area you may recognize from the very beginning of the game, where we had our tutorial on how to sight jack in the game and generally how to navigate the game, right? We were taught how to do all that by Hisako at the very beginning of the run. Now we're back here. It's a little bit different, though. This area has been radically transformed by all the gamers in the area. They're building a nest for the reincarnation of the fish gamer god, the mermaid god. I'm going to, for the sake of the marathon, I'm going to just bait 5 shots here instead of the normal 2 and 4. Uh-oh, we've got an extra gamer in the mix. We had to kind of take a weird route there. I'm not sure why she came out. That's really rare. I've had that happen in 100%, but I've never had that happen in any percent. Easy fix. No big deal. Okay, now we're gonna call Yoriko to us. Looks like Lady's already in the kitchen, so we're gonna go ahead and fight her. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and fight her here. And she's gonna be right in our way. We might be able to get around. Nope, not quite. That's okay. When enemies are going down like this, they have a really long animation, unfortunately. So we just kind of have to wait for her to continue to finish falling, and then we go right around her. Wait for Yoriko. Okay, good. We got a good fight here because of the extra. The lady had kind of a weird position, which is actually working in our favor now because of the timing. We get to just fight this guy nice and safe behind cover instead of dealing with Sniper Alley. Looks like we're good. And we are about to move on to the last level in the game, where Harumi will run through the nest and escape back out into the real world.
It's like the forthcoming of everything right now. So there's going to be like a ritual later on, but also at the same time, Harumi over here is just going to be like the last one who's going to be escaping from, or like the only one that's going to be escaping from this, you know, this nest and this whole area of Honuda. So yeah, very easy kind of like getaway as well. There's only like one more strat that we had to go for, which is like a T-posing
That's
Harumi.
her stamina.
And yeah, that's a literal like T-posing her.
And yeah, as you may have seen at the very beginning, there's a really hard to learn, really risky strat. Once you learn it, it's not that bad. But we kind of just pull that guy back, and now we're gonna just do this. We kind of just pull that guy back, and now we're going to just do this. T-pose Harumi, so that we can sneak past this lady here. Some of you who have already played the game will already know, but those of you who don't know, you should know, Harumi cannot take any damage. If she's just in grabbing range of an enemy, you will instantly die, you will instantly game over. So it's really, really tight when you're playing the levels as Harumi. You really cannot afford any danger. However, for the sake of going fast, of course, we put ourselves in considerable danger so that we can go faster, and that's what you saw here. We're coming up on time in just a few seconds, by the way, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm finishing well ahead of estimate here, so I'm going to go ahead and I think we got time to show the credits cutscene, don't you think?
Yeah, we got a lot of time. You got a lot of time to show the cutscenes and such.
3, 2, 1, and that's time.
GG.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, you blew your estimate like super hard. Your estimate is like 110. You got like a 56.
It's because I'm doing runs on PS2. I'm used to doing showcases with my PS3, but I have been getting consistently sub 1 on PS2. This I doubt it's a PB IGT, but we'll check. We'll check just to see. Why not? And now you guys get to enjoy the Ultra Gamer anime cutscene. Enjoy. Thanks for the GGs, guys. Thank you all. GG to you for sticking around and watching, appreciating the run, and I appreciate you all very much. Sorry, let me turn you up real quick. What was that? Sorry.
Do your shoutouts. Do your shoutouts.
Shoutouts. I would say shout out to the whole Siren speedrun community, to Juhorse for helping me out here. Thank you, Horse Gamer.
Yeah.
To everyone watching in chat. I saw some of the other runners, Super Ultra, Glitched, Cronius. I saw you guys in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging around. To GDQ for putting this on. To Amber for having us on the show. That's GG.
That's a really cool cutscene as well, or like any cutscene as well.
Unbiased. What do you think, Horse Gamer? Do you think that that's cooler than the Blood Curse?
Oh God, yeah. I like this one a lot. Yeah.
Let's see the IGT. I think that's going to be like a 37.
Ooh.
It's a low 38.
Low 38. That's okay. That's also really good as well. Yeah. I'm sad that you actually did skip the ritual, because we got so much time as well. Yeah, the ritual cutscene. You know what I can do real quick before we have Abby's Corner on. Stick around, guys. Abby's Corner is coming with Schmumbler and commentary to do a run of Silent Hill Shattered Memories, the UFO ending. I'm actually super excited to see that. That's the only UFO ending I think I haven't seen so far, so I'm really excited to add that to the collection. Let's check our paper fortune. Here. Oh, let's see what we got. This does not affect the outcome of the run, and after this, we'll say our goodbyes, guys. Archive item number 45. It's bad. Oh no. So we got the very bad outcome. Oh no. Now your next day is going to be really bad.
The dark and narrow path must be traversed by the faint moonlight. That which you desire requires patience. He whom you await may not appear. That which was lost is still hidden. Journeys will wear down your souls. Unexpected disaster awaits in trade. Scholarly pursuits will be hindered. Be selective in feuds and quarrels. Illusions may cloud love affairs. Illness is severe. Gather your family. No chance of marriage in sight. And that's that. That's all they wrote, guys. Again, special shout out to everyone involved in setting this up. Amber, the GDQ staff, sorry. Limmy for giving me the speed check, or the tech check, sorry. Everybody who put this on, I really appreciate you. Everybody who watched, appreciate you as well.
Shout outs to Casual. Casual is like one of the most passionate like people, like in the Western side of things, like one of the most passionate like Siren speedrunners around. So yeah, big shout out to Casual as well for doing this game as well.
Yep, we may have got the maidenless fortune, but we had a good run, and I appreciate you guys all for watching. Thank you. Stick around. We've got Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Anyway, I've been Casual Speedrun, joined by Juhorse, and I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.